What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, guys, to another FCB show, ladies and gentlemen. The panel will be here very, very soon, guys. Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And yes, 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 guys, we are back here for another episode of the FCB show. And listen, this is going to be a good one, guys. The panel will be here later on. We're going to be getting into Nico Williams, guys. It looks like Bayern Munich now have set their sights on Nico Williams, who's also a player that Barcelona are looking at signing, and basically they've already they're bringing him on. And listen, I'm gonna get into it with the guys. We're gonna be also talking about Kim Min Jae because it looks like he might be on his way out of Bayern Munich, thankfully for Zeer and Liam. And also we're gonna talk about confirmed news, which is the Leroy Sane deal, guys. He's gone on loan to Galatasaray, and big up to every single one of you guys. The second show in one day. Listen, man, we're working now, man. We're hustling hard over here, man. Big up to every single one of you guys, man. Put your questions in the comment section below, guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys are saying. Listen, there's been a lot of things, obviously, that's coming, when it comes to Barcelona. Barcelona and Bayern Munich. And when it comes to Bayern Munich, like last week, there wasn't a lot of active news. Obviously, Florian Wirtz is one of the players who was very, very heavily linked to the club, and he's basically gone now. He's basically moved to Liverpool. I'm gonna ask Liam and Zeer about it because their agent, their sporting director Max Erbel, he had a few things to say about that. He had a few things to say about Florian Wirtz leaving. I'm gonna wait until Zeer and Liam are here. Hold on, I think I actually have the tweet here. Let me actually pull it up because I actually want to put it on screen. And yeah, he had a lot of things he had to say. He said about Florian Wirtz rejection. He says, first you think, damn, but on one door closes, another one opens. We will reset and prepare for the future. Florian will make his mark at Liverpool. He's an exceptional player, no question about it. Listen, man. Then what you guys are saying about what this guy is saying, man. This is actually very funny when I first heard it. It was very hilarious when I first heard it. Give me a second. Let me see what. Hold on. All right. Yeah, they've already seen it. All right. Well, yeah. So yeah, I don't know what's the deal with all of that, to be honest. What he meant by all of that, because they've been hyping up this guy for a long, long time. He was supposed to be the golden boy of, I guess, German football, and he was basically called the best talent to ever come out of Germany by their people. And they were basically talking about, Florian Wirtz in 2025. And yeah, they were right about Florian Wirtz in 2025 because he did leave Bayer Leverkusen just now for Bayern Munich. And yeah, that is really on them. That is really on them. But we'll see what happens. We go to Harvard says Kim Min is a fraud. I mean, he might be, but hey, listen. Look, I mean, I would say this: they've already gotten rid of what's his name, Leroy Sané today. So imagine getting rid of Kim Min Jae and Leroy Sané. Listen, this is going to be a great show for Liam and Zia. I actually want to hear what they have to say because last week they were not happy, especially Liam. Liam was not in a good mood, talking about Florian Wirtz and all of that. So yeah, for sure thing, man. Hey, yo, big up to my guy, NJ. Big up to my guy. Listen, big up to Northside LDN for the raid. Big up to my brother, Northside, every single time, man. Big up to every single one of you guys who are joining from Northside stream. Big up to Nameless Guna. Big up to you guys. Big up to AJ every single time. But yeah, listen, I'll say this now, right? At the end of the day, me and Northside, I was just actually on his stream. We're talking about, obviously, Arsenal, approach in the transfer window. If you guys haven't seen True Ballers FC, guys, make sure you guys go and check out True Ballers FC because we did have an Arsenal segment where we did talk about, the whole situation with the club and why they are not, doing what they have to do, what they need to do in the transfer window. And look, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to echo some of the things I said over there. This is on Arsenal. This season is on Arsenal, right? At the end of the day, they should be the most active team in the transfer window. Right, you've gone now over 5 years without winning a trophy of any sort. Right, you've just seen Liverpool under Stott, a new manager, come in and win the league. on your head top. You've just seen Crystal Palace under Glasner just come in and win the FA Cup. You've just seen Newcastle United just win a trophy right this season. You've just seen, what's his name? Oh, look at this fraud. We got to my guy, yo. We got to my brother here. Hey, listen, give me a break, you absolute fraud. But yeah, you've just seen Hansi Flick just walk into Barcelona and out of nowhere win a domestic treble with a team that last season went trophyless, right? You've just seen, bro, I could literally sit here and talk about so many examples. They have to be active this summer. This has to be the summer where they give Arteta all of the tools he needs. Because every season, there's always an excuse in the transfer window. Whether it's about, oh, the players are not, we need players, too many injuries, this and this and this. Well, go in the transfer window. Go work on it. Go and buy the players that are going to give you an opportunity to win the trophies. Because the whole excuse of last season was, oh, we lost most of our key players. Okay, well, Saka was injured. Go get another left winger. Get a left winger to compete with Saka, which is something you guys needed to do for a long time. Go and get a striker, which is something you guys needed to do for a very long time. Go out there and do what you need to do. Look at what Liverpool just done. They just lost Trent. Bro, by the time Trent even signed on the ink at Real Madrid, they'd already replaced him. That's how you move, right? They've just signed Florian Wirtz, which is a statement signing. A huge statement signing right there. They brought him in. Like, that is what you need to do if you're serious about trying to win trophies. Look at what's just happened to City this season. How they struggled this season. How they've went out, right? And lose, become one of the, be so easily beaten under Pep. This is the easiest. Last season was the easiest they've been so easy to beat. They were getting battered by every team. They were trophyless. One of Pep's worst seasons of his career. Guess what he did in the summer? They've just signed Turkey, who is one of the best talents in world football. They've just signed Reiners, who's a top midfielder, was a top midfielder at AC Milan, right? They've just signed Nori, who's one of the best fullbacks in the league. That is how you are active. And they've been rebuilding since January. What is the excuse when it comes to Arsenal? This whole trust in the process thing has been happening now for how many years? Since he came in 2019, be excited, trust the process. Well, listen, man, what process is there to trust at this point? There's none. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. They need to wake up. But yeah, let's see what some of you guys are saying in the chat. It says, man like Omar. Big up Khalima. How you doing, man? So big up to my guy. Big up Paris, man. Them. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, man. Big up to my B in the chat. Big up to you, man. He says, facts, he needs to sign players for real. Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. Like, you know what's funny, right? Because you and I, we've known each other for a long time, bro. Because, by the way, this guy is actually a close friend of mine. Real friend of mine. We talk all the time in real life, right? He knows because we since Arteta has been in charge, we've been talking about this whole trust in the process thing. It's about time he brought him into season. It's about time this season is put up or shut up for him. It should be. I mean, listen, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but it should be put up or shut up this season. And I think for a lot of fans it is, but we'll see what happens. I'm being genuine here. Give me Balde and I'll give you Milito. No, I'm good. Oh, you meant Militao. I said Milito. I mean, that's a left back for a center back, first of all. I mean, I'm good with center backs, man. It's Omar. I want Gyökeres, Jonathan David, Brian Mbeumo, Rodrigo, Eze, Anderson. That's the window that was going to win us trophies. My club can actually afford this, but we just don't have standards. No more on the men's side. I don't hear any lies, man. AJ, I really don't hear any lies. Like, if you guys go in for Gyökeres, apparently now they're saying, 80 million? I'm sorry. If Liverpool are spending 150 on one player, you should make a statement. Go spend 80 on him. Go and buy Gyökeres for 80. Jonathan David on a free. Go bring in Mbeumo for how much? Mbeumo is going to be for how much? 40, 50? Probably, right? Rodrigo probably, 40, 50, 60 probably? Eze is going to be the same. Look, you guys can go out and buy the players because you guys, this is the kind of window you guys need. If you guys really want to be taken as some kind of serious threat, this is what you guys need to do. But hey, listen, what do I know? I'm just a Barcelona fan. It is. I bet he's the type to get a Sesko jersey even when he starts. He says, F the process. Yeah, for sure. He says, Omar, just back to my point. Even more, the ladies manager just see that after beating you guys in the Champions League final, and the goal is to defend the Champions League and win the Women's Super League. It should be. See, why is it that your men's team can't have these kind of standards? Why? Why is it that your men can't have this kind of? Why is it that you guys have a manager in the women's team that's just come in, I think in December, and has already won you guys the Women's Champions League? Like, I don't understand. This is the same club. Barcelona men's and women's all have the same kind of objectives. Okay, Barcelona women's wants to win the Champions League. They want to win the league. They want to win everything. Guess what? So do the men's, right? And it all comes from the top, because the people that run the club, the Laporte and all these people, they want to see the basketball team win with the basketball league. They want to see the men's team win the Champions League and the league. They want to see the women's win the league and the Champions League. It comes from the top. The issue is your women's team, right? Because your women's team for years have always been taken seriously. They've always taken things seriously, but the men's is always trusting the process. It's ridiculous. Yeah, listen, man, make sure you guys smash the likes, man. Smash the like button. I don't know where these guys are at. This is a stinker on hook from Zeer, man. Jesus. Let me. Give me a second, guys. Let me text these guys. This is a stinker, man. What's going on, man? Oh yeah, they're actually leaving, guys. The frauds are actually joining. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, if you guys can hear that, it's raining cats and dogs in my house right now. So what segment is this? No, we haven't started the segment yet, man. I'm just talking to the chat right now because we just got raided by Northside. So I just talked to the chat people. But yeah, man, we got Zeer in here. Zeer has joined.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
we're talking. The conversation deflected, but we got raid, so you got raided. So
yeah, listen, man. Yeah, big up to Zeer for the raid. Big up to Zeer for the raid. Well, hey, listen, Zeer, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's happening over there in Germany? Listen, we're gonna get into Wesley. Is Liam coming?
Bro, Liam, I don't know what happened to him, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Hey.
He's going through it. He's going through it.
Oh no. Yeah. Well,
he's going through it.
Listen. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I'm surprised he's going through it because let's be honest, man. Today is a great day to be a Bayern fan. Like, this show is going to be a very happy show for you, Zeer. I have a strong feeling, right? No, it is. Don't worry, man. I'm not gonna kill.
I mean, if you read the Herbal News,
I did. I'm gonna actually start with that because I just want to bring
the press conference. Yeah.
No, so we're gonna start with that because that's the bad ones, right? Apart from that, everything else from here will be good news. I promise. Okay, bro? But yeah, let's actually start with the urban news, right? Let me actually continue. Big up to every single one. We got like over 60 people in here, man. Golly, 66 people. Listen, man. Big up to Zeer, big up to Northside for the raid. Smash the like button. Big up to every one of you guys who are joining from Zeer's channel, man. Big up to every single one of you guys. He says we were mumbling. Oh my. Hey, listen, man. Unfortunately, that's the thing, man. When that panel show, the heavyweight show, man, that panel show, everybody's in the mood to talk, man. Oh yeah, there he is. He actually is here. Hey, listen.
It's okay. I'm
going through it.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, you are going through it, bro.
No, you're going like a pussy, bro. That's what it is.
How am I moving like a... Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna entertain it.
Okay, guys, we're Omar BYT, guys. Let's keep it
exactly.
easy,
I realized we're in a different channel. I'm like, yeah. You know
listen, you guys can do your thing in the group chat, no problem. But hey,
it's fine. I can calm
down.
Yeah,
listen, FCB show, obviously, guys. Don't worry, Liam. Whatever you're going through, bro, I promise you, this show is not gonna increase.
Bro, I ain't going through anything, bro. I just got called.
I mean, no. Hey, listen, I'm just echoing what
you didn't even turn up for the heavyweight show, and you're not getting called out.
Whoa! It's because I was doing a show on my channel.
Yeah, no,
I was literally late. Exactly. I was doing it.
Exactly.
No, I was doing. So I was doing True Ballers FC earlier today.
But yeah, no, fair enough. But
I still don't think he gets the context to why I called him out compared to you, by the way. But
I don't even know what it's on about. So I'll be honest, I don't know what.
We'll talk later, Liam. Don't make a stream about drama right now, I beg, bro.
I mean, okay. So here's the thing. Okay, guys. guys, let's remain in topic, okay, guys, because this is the FCB show. We're gonna be talking about everything that's been going on. All right, no problem. I see what you're doing. It's fine. I'm not going to budge.
Come on, bro.
Look,
We got to jump for the debate. Jump for the
no,
debate.
no, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Look, obviously this show is gonna be I'm not gonna lie, Liam. I feel like this show is gonna be a good show because I only have a lot of good news in this show, right?
Yeah, go.
I'm gonna be very honest with you, right? Now, I'm gonna start with this because this is one of the few negative. This is the only negative thing that you're gonna see in this show today, right? Because you guys have been linked to Nico Williams, right? You guys have been Kim Min Jae has been linked out of the club, and you guys have gotten rid of one of the players that I know you guys have been trying to get rid of for a while. But before we start with all of that, obviously, let me just start with something you don't want to talk about, Liam, but because obviously, Florian Wirtz is officially now, moved to Liverpool. 150, everything is completed, everything, all of that, right?
It's not actually confirmed, though.
Yeah, but it's all about complete because the deal has been agreed between Leverkusen and Liverpool. Okay. So it's between now the player and the club, right? So I think that will be resolved and he will be a Liverpool player. But I will say this now, right? I'm more interested in how, Max Erbel, the guy that runs, this one that how he responded to it. And I actually brought it up earlier, but I'm going to bring it up since you guys are here. This is in summary what he said, right? When they asked him about
a stream
first rejection. He said, first you think damn, and then, but when one door closes, another one opens. He says, you reset, prepare again for the future. Florian Wirtz will make his mark at Liverpool. He's an exceptional player, no question about it. Now, this is in short detail what he said, right? Let me ask you this, right? After everything that your club have been saying about this Wirtz thing, right? Mm-hmm. Are you surprised that this is just how they just reacted to it? Like they were just like,
no, because they're staying face. They don't want to be the bad guys in the story, so they're saying, "Oh, we weren't going to spend that much money anyway, so we were never going to get him." They're just staying face. That's all it is. They're trying to act like the good guys in the situation where realistically we all know that we were linked to him for years upon years. Yes. And then, we didn't end up getting him.
No, it really doesn't make any sense, like the way you guys approached it. But Zeer, what did you think of Max Erbel when you first heard this, man?
It's just typical cheap ass behavior, bro. Typical cheap behavior, I'm not shocked. It's just one of them, like Liam said, they're just trying to stay face, talking about moving forward. But listen, I get it. You have to move on, have plan A, B, C, D. I get it. But to cover up and not own up to your ways, I find it asinine personally. But then again, why should we be shocked? Because these days they have to protect their image, and all that type of stuff. So that's what they're going to do, bro. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. There's nothing really we can do. All we can do is just have a say on it, and that's it. Literally.
Yeah, I hear it. Listen, at the end of the day, the people that really run the club, right? They should be like, after everything that they came out and they said about this guy talking about him being the best talent in Germany and everything, only for you guys to not get it done. It really does make like everything seem useless at this point, right? It makes it look dumb that they would say all those things about him when they were not willing to go all the way to bring him in. You understand what I mean, right? They were just backing on him, because they were just backing on him wanting to join the club. Right, so they were just hoping that he was gonna be, taking his time. Whereas Liverpool just came in and just said, "All right, well, listen, come in, just 150, boom." You feel me, right? At the end of the day, they did sell him for what they were asking from you guys, because that's what they was asking from Bayern, if I'm not mistaken, right?
They were asking for, what was it? So initially, they were asking for 150, but we just kept on offering 100 mil and all, like less, like we weren't really offering money like that. So that's what you're on about.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But listen, let's actually get into some of the better news coming out of Bayern Munich. Now, I actually do want to talk about this because recently I've been seeing the news all over, right? So looks like you guys are being linked heavily to Nico Williams, and it seems like this is actually beginning to carry a lot of Like it continues to like increase, right? The links, right? And obviously, you just see Nico Williams during the Nations League, right? Especially against France. You know, I think he had a great game in that game, right? He really cooked in that game, and you know, I feel like a lot of people who don't like Nico Williams always talk about, oh well, at Bilbao, you know, he's this, he's that, he's not consistent enough. Now, I've always said, for me, every time I've seen Nico Williams play in a very good squad, that is, i.e., the Spanish team, he always actually plays well over there. You understand what I mean, right? Which tells me that maybe it's the players that he's around. Because sometimes players don't get to show how good they are until they move to a better team. Like sometimes you see the potential, you see something, and you're like, oh yeah, this player, if he goes to this club, he's gonna definitely cook. You understand what I mean, right? You look at a guy like mentioned Olise, right? When Olise was at Palace, he was looking like one of the best players over there, right? But he needed that big move so that people can really see how good this guy is in a good squad, in a good team. You understand what I mean? And you've just seen his first season at your club, how good he was, right? He was one of your shining lights in the season, right? So I want to ask you first, Zeer, right? Nico Williams to Bayern Munich. What are you saying about that? Would you have him? Would you take him?
Nah.
No?
Nah. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. No left winger is moving me. Not one. Unless their name is Rodrigo or Lookman. Yeah, no, none of them are moving me. If it was up to me, I'd obviously get them guys. But let's say I didn't get these guys, and I was looking at under the radars. I'm looking at like Aze's and Rogers and play Musiala on the left. That's exactly what I'll do.
So you're looking at
Because it's about time people understand why Musiala would be better on the left anyway. I really do. I feel like when you have a technique that you have, you cook better on the wings than you do in the middle, especially when opposition managers literally decide to basically target that star in the middle. That's what they always do, bro. And that's why a lot of the times when Musiala over dribbles, the defenders half the time catch him lacking. Not because he's not talented, but because they gang on him, bro. Pause. You know what I mean? That is just the truth. Like, but forget about it. I just wanted to bring that up because I just want to tell you the left wing option, nah. You know what I mean? And about Williams, I don't even think it's gonna happen. The reason why I don't think it's gonna happen because yes, Williams is happy with his representatives having conversations with Bayern and all that. Yeah, yada yada yada. But if we're being realistic with ourselves, are we paying 20 million euro plus a year for this guy? No, we're not. And if we are, we're crazy. I just feel like he's the type of guy that would want to stay in Bilbao anyway because he's a Basque player. He just is. So, yeah, you know what, Liam? I say you carry on from here. Spoken enough.
We will get him. It's going to happen. Because there's nobody else they're going to get. Bacola doesn't want to join. He wants to stay at PSG, which I don't blame him whatsoever. The guy's going to win a sextuple this year. Rodrigo, I think he plays Club World Cup, then leaves. I don't know. I think he's a good player, but I don't know if he does fit. But again, there's no player out there right now. I think company needs to.
Yeah, left wing. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there's a lack of quality when it comes to left wingers in world football, isn't there? Like quality left wingers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
but people are saying Williams is quality, and I listen. He may be good at beating his man here and there and all, but my concern is also his finish. You know who Nico Williams reminds me of? He reminds me of a raw version of Coman.
Oh, okay.
It reminds me of him. Those type of guys that they'll try to beat their man, but then they'll have high volume dribbling, but will they score enough?
I mean, that is interesting to. I mean, that is very interesting way of looking at it. I mean, look, I'll be honest. I think that obviously we are one of the teams that are looking at bringing in Nico Williams, right? And I think that if you look at like when he plays for Spain. Like he's got that chemistry with a Yamal in the wings, right? You see how well like De La Fuente, like when they play, right, how good they are, right? Like when in the style of play, cutting inside, it really works out, right? And that's why I think Barcelona were very desperate in trying to bring him in, right? Last season. This season, however, we've really called in our pursuit for him, right? It seems that we are more focused on bringing in Luis Diaz, right, who is like the primary target, right? They're even thinking that the club is even looking at players like Rashford over Nico Williams, right? Which honestly, for me, I would rather we look at a player like over Nico Williams because I think he's already shown that he can play alongside players like a Yamal, right? And I think on the flick, he would actually be like, I think he would play some of his best football on the flick. You understand what I mean? Right? He's a flick kind of winger, right? Because even you just mentioned, you said he's like a Coleman, right? But this is the thing. Kingsley Coleman on the flick was actually playing well. Am I wrong? Like,
it was okay. It was okay. I wouldn't say like I had that Champions League final.
No, I mean the season before. I mean the season after. I wouldn't say in the 2020, 2021 season he was good.
Yeah, he kicked on from there, but that's why I wouldn't say his overall run, because in the 2021 that we won, he just got subbed on in the final, scored, and everyone thought he had a good, insane season and stuff. When in reality it was Perisic. Like,
no, I heard.
Like, there's a whole misconception that it was him. It was not. It was.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, listen. At the end of the day, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think that he might. I think he would be. He would be an improvement from the Sané and Gnabry and all those guys. Which is, let's be honest, that's what you need. You need an improvement from those players. I'm not saying he's gonna be a massive. Listen, who knows? If he goes to Bayern Munich, he might even shock everyone. He might actually go there and actually cook. You never know. You understand what I mean, right? But we'll definitely see what happens. Tell me what you guys are saying in the comment section below when it comes to this move. FCBD Money says Nico is mid. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Wow.
It says the only reason Barcelona fans like Nico Williams is because of his friendship vibes, but he's mid. Listen, I'm not saying he's a world class winger. I have never said that, right? And yeah, he might be mid, but it is what it is. He says, Wesley says, Zeer's ball knowledge is purely agenda, no actual ball
knowledge.
Brother,
I'm not even responding to. I don't respond to geeks. Move on.
Damn, yeah, you heard.
I don't respond to United geeks, bro. Anyway.
Oh, he's a United fan.
Yeah, he's one of Touchline's goons, bro. Big up Touchline, but that guy's a goon. Anyway, we move.
Yeah, we definitely move. But hey, listen. Let's talk about something else that's been coming out recently in Germany. Apparently, this is the big one that I've been hearing recently. Al Nassr have actually been inquiring about Kim Min Jae.
Yeah,
and apparently so has Galatasaray. Galatasaray has also been shown interest in Kim Min Jae. Now, as a defender that you two are desperate to see gone, let me start with you, Zeer. Al Nassr is one of your rivals, right? In Saudi. What are you saying about this? Because I saw you on Twitter, bro. You were literally, you had your hands raised. You were like, "Hey, man."
I'm like,
please,
Yara, please, bro. Yeah,
Yara,
bro.
Please,
bro. All the du'as they're being made, bro. That's what's happening, man. You know what I mean, bro? I even sent that piece of news to a family group chat, and I said, please take him. Genuinely. But obviously they won't, because they're like, will you take him at Al Hilal? I said, nah. They're like, we're not taking him at Al Nassr. Khalas. But
the Zeer just buffer. I think he just did, you know. Anyway, yeah, we'll get back to it.
The agenda. I'm back. Wait, I'm back. No?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you're back. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm on hotspot, bro. It was moving better than the internet itself. But anyway.
Yeah, go ahead. We can see you now.
Nah, but bro, listen, the OPA agendas, bro, like needs to end. But like with Kim, yeah, I need it to happen, bro. Listen, I just need Kim out of my club, and I need him. If he joins my rival, even better. You know, he's not gonna have a chance of scoring. But just listen, I don't even think listen, I feel sorry for Kim Min Jae. I really do. With one thing, the fact that he's playing through Achilles, right, for the entire season. But then why did we not build a proper squad for him to be benched when he needs to be benched? You know? Like, this is the problem. So, yeah, it's just one of those ones. Listen, he has to go because Bayern does not suit him. It really doesn't. And you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if he does go to a Nassr and Pioli stays.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, these mutants really don't want to see Zeer's words, but all of a sudden he just talks about Kim Min Jae. They said, nah, man, we're not gonna let this happen. I mean, listen, while he sorts out his internet, Liam, give me your thoughts, man. Give me your thoughts. Kim Min Jae is definitely a defender that you've been desperate to see the back of, right?
Mm-hmm.
How desperate are you personally to see this deal happen?
He's not going to Turkey. It's already been confirmed. He's rejected.
Yeah, apparently he's not. That's what I saw.
He won't go to Saudi because he wants to play in Europe. So I think it'll have to be a European club. I would like him to go to Saudi. They got a lot more money than the European clubs, and they spend a lot more money. But I don't know. I really don't know. I want him gone, but I want half the players gone. I want Kimmich gone, but he's just signed a brand new deal. So,
but this is the first step, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. First step was getting rid of Dunk the Clown, bro. He's gone to Galatasaray. So, getting rid of him was the first step. And then going from him, we need to get rid of Coman. There's another player. Herbal basically confirmed that Coman's going because he said in the press conference that I was doing that basically we'll see after the Club World Cup. That basically means he's getting sold. And he said the same thing with Sasha Boy as well.
Okay.
So, it's the first step, and obviously we need rid of him. I actually think he would work at Bayern with a different manager. But obviously you're not going to change the manager just to see a centre back work, because then other players could then.
You think he's a system player, right?
Yeah, 1000%. But yeah, and he was linked to PSG, but I don't see him unless he's the replace. Like, if they can get the best out of him, Luis Enrique can get the best out. You'll know a lot more about Luis Enrique.
Yeah. I think. I mean, is he a ball playing centre back? Wouldn't you say he's good on his feet?
I would personally, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know Marquinhos is finished and they got Pacho, but I don't know if they're linked to anybody else. I haven't seen them linked to another centre back.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I heard someone being linked to them recently. I don't really know, but I mean, we'll definitely see. But I mean, Zeer, you kind of cut out, but you were saying something about Saudi and the move to Saudi. What were you saying?
What, Kim Saudi? No, I was just saying. I mean, I feel like if he might not be bad at the Nassr though, because to be honest, if Pioli stays, not like Pioli's a good manager, but he likes to be defensively minded, so it would benefit Kim Min Jae. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's one of them ones. You know what I mean? That's it. But I just need him out of Bayern, bro. That's the main thing. So we can actually go get a defender in. Because these guys are realistically, we should get a defender without getting rid of anybody. But same with wingers. But you know how they're moving. So, and by the way, the only reason why this Nico Williams news is even concrete, I forgot to mention, is because now Sané is gone. Technically, that's something
that was always going to be the case, though.
Yeah, well, it's stupid. Yeah, well, it's stupid.
Oh, I'm not going to disagree. It's stupid. I agree with you. It is stupid. But I don't know. The way Bayern is working for some reason.
I mean, but here's the thing: if you guys get rid of Kim Min Jae, right? Like, what would be your centre backs for the season? It will be Upamecano and Jonathan Tah, right? That would be it.
So we got Upper, we've got Tah, we've got Ito, and we've got Stanisic.
That's the thing. But don't you guys need like a key centre back in the summer then?
Yeah, I think Mark Gay.
Have you guys been linked to anyone?
Yeah, Mark Gay is definitely someone we're looking at.
Ooh, yeah, you were right. I saw that.
We're also looking at the Burnley centre back. I think his name's Ezevev. I believe that's how you say his name. He was
Is he the Belgian?
No, I don't think he's Belgian. I think he's French. He was the best. He was the best centre back in the championship last season.
Okay.
It was one of the reasons why they come up. They only conceded like 15 goals in the whole season,
Wow, that's actually incredible.
which in the championship is
In
mad.
the champions, that's what I mean. The championship, with the amount of games that we see in the championship, like that is crazy. That is actually insane. It really is. It really, really is. But I mean, listen, if I know this is a player that you guys want gone, but would you be more open to, like, maybe first of all getting a new defender? Would getting a new defender basically just guarantee you that he'll be gone at the summer then? Or are you just worried that since the club are not really looking at, they haven't really been talking to any defenders yet, that they might just be like, maybe they might flirt with the idea of getting rid of him, but until they get a defender in, they're not gonna do it.
It's just adding to the squad, whether he's here or not.
No, but here's the thing, Zeer. What I'm trying to say is, right, the quality, you don't have a lot of quality center backs right now. So it's not necessarily about, oh yeah, this player needs to come in, that player needs to come in, this and this and this. That's not what I'm trying to say. You understand what I mean, right? Right? Sometimes you guys, because you guys are so thin in the defense, right? Right? You have only Jonathan Tah and Opa who you can necessarily rely on, right? That is not a good thing. So you need at least 3. You understand what I mean? You need at least 3 because injuries is a part of the game. And you just saw how losing Opa last season during the Champions League run cost you guys. You understand what I mean? Because then you only had to work with Kim Min Jae and had to play Ito, who also is injury prone. You understand what I mean? Right? And that's also another important thing about your defense. You have injury prone defenders. You understand what I mean, right? You guys have a very injury-prone defense, so you guys need to go and get another center back, right? You really need to, for your sake.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, add to the squad.
Yeah, for sure. He says, Gunnar J says Murillo from Nottingham Forest is a quality center back. Would you take him?
Yeah, he is very good. Yeah,
he's good, but I think he'll be very expensive.
But
but in Nottingham Forest, they are pretty petty with. Have you seen their owner, bro?
I'm pretty sure they've only just signed him as well, from what I said.
Yeah, from Brazil, right?
Yeah, so they're going to want probably a good amount of money for him.
Yeah, we've seen how that worked out for your club. But Liam, what about, what's this asking? Do you see Bayern Munich winning the UCL soon? Do you see guys yourself winning the Champions League maybe in the next 2, 3, 4 years?
If we were to get, and it's all hypothetical, of course, but you had to get someone like Nico Williams in and he performs like Olasey did, and then you bring in a centre back, whoever that is, and they perform. Yeah, I don't see why not. It's not that Company's not good enough to win. Company's a good manager. The problem is he's not one of those that's going to make necessarily players better.
Right.
You know, like I think he's made Opa better, but you know how like Pep Guardiola come in and made Kimmich a monster.
Kimmich better, Alaba better, Jerome Boateng, all these guys.
I don't see him doing that. So,
so here's the thing. Would you agree that the squad? Would you say, okay? So when you look at this current squad that you guys have right now, right? Would you say that you're only like maybe a few top signings away from going back to your level, or do you think it's deeper than just that? Do you guys think that you need more players? That a lot of these players are not good enough.
Go on, Zeer.
To be honest, I think we need 6 players.
6. Okay.
Positions? Name them. What do we need?
Left winger and a backup.
Okay.
A backup right winger, backup striker, another defender, and right back. So that's how many? That's like 5, right? And another midfielder there. That's 6.
Okay.
That's interesting. Catalan is saying Tapsoba is quality, but Bayern fans call him trash.
Tapsoba is trash.
I mean, to be fair, people always talk about him all the time. Well, you don't think he's good?
No, Tapsoba is
he's good. He's the worst out of that back 3 that Alonso had.
Jesus.
Bro, he come on against us and give Kane a penalty straight away. As soon as he come on. The guy is trash.
Bro, to forget just that, a lot of the Leverkusen goals that they can see, people look at Ton. Yes, Ton is culprit, but then also Tapsoba. Oh my God.
Jesus. Yeah. But yeah, listen.
But King Khapia in that back line is the top quality defender. Like realistically, he's their main man. The Ta and Tapsoba, like they weren't like as good as people made out. But Alonso's system helped a lot.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Listen, let's talk about this one. This is actually one that I'm sure is gonna make you guys very happy. Look at this, guys. As you all can see, he's arrived in Turkey, right? He's arrived in Turkey. Leroy Sané is off to Turkey on loan, right? And yeah, basically that's one of the players that both of you, I would say, agree on. Was like last week we were literally doing the ratings, right, for the players, right? And we were asking, right? And you both of you were all in agreement that he is a flop. He needs to go. Like, are you surprised that you guys were able to get rid of him so quickly?
No, because I think realistically, in my opinion, I think other clubs see him as a good player, but top clubs, i.e. the echelon elite, i.e. Bayern Munich being the best club in Germany, he's not what people make him out to be. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So no, it doesn't surprise me that Galatasaray pick him up and they're happy with him and so on. I thought I seen the backside of him. Pause. But I've got to watch him in the Club World Cup, which is fantastic. So.
Wait,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not shocked. Yeah, I don't know why you're shocked because to be honest,
he's gonna be playing the Club World Cup.
Yep.
Yeah, he will play. Yeah, till half of the tournament because that's when it's
round of 16 is his last game.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. This whole
but this is what happens when you don't get your player. Like I said earlier, instead you want to wait for this guy to leave and then join. Reap what you sow, guys. Reap what you sow. This is where we are. Yeah, instead of being proactive, react.
But personally, for you, Zeer, right? Just how happy are you just to see the back of him? Just.
Oh no, seeing him go. Oh no, seeing him gone. Alhamdulillah ala kull hal. Oh, thank you, bro. I said on my stream, bro. He'll enjoy the baklavas, the doner kebab, and all. Khalas. And his missus and all. Which, by the way, can I just say, a'udhu billah, his missus. Oh my.
I haven't
bro,
seen him.
Having a look at her. Oh my God. Nah, Zane. In all due respect, nah. Yeah.
She's not it.
But yeah.
Yeah, but Noah's Declan Rice's missus, bro. But
okay now, but Declan Rice is not like as crazy as Zane's, bro. My God.
Yeah, I haven't seen Leroy.
When you see Zane's photo pics, you will understand why I'm about too many pierces. Anyway,
isn't Leroy Sané Muslim? That's what he is.
I don't know. He has tattoos. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Let me see. Oh yeah, you know what? I've seen. I see her now. Yeah, you're right. Good Lord Almighty. She's like a what, a notepad or some shit. Looking like a notepad, crazy. Absolutely.
Oh my God. No, but listen, his missus wanted UK.
Well, you think she's bad.
I can tell she's into fashion lifestyle.
Wait a second. Aren't you guys linked to Ter Hernandez?
No, not anymore. He rejected.
Okay, well, thankfully you didn't, because if you think Leroy Sané's girlfriend has tattoos, wait till you see Ter Hernandez's girl.
Well, I'm gonna have to search this now, for fuck's sake.
No, go, bro. Please, by all means, do it, bro. See all the tats she got, bro. She's dude. Nah, it
looks like he's going. It looks like he's going Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, it looks like he's returning back to Atletico, which is where he started. That was crazy, because he started Atletico, then moved to Real Madrid, and then Real Madrid. You see it,
bro? She looks like a fucking canvas.
Do you see my point, bro? Dude, this is insane. She started all over, man. Like I was like, golly, bro. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I see your point. Holy shit.
Yep, yeah. We don't need to see it. I have already seen it, Liam, and Zeer has seen it. But it's crazy for me. Look, I'm gonna be very honest. I mean, I personally don't have any tattoos, and I don't like girls who have tattoos, man. I mean, listen, I can maybe deal with.
Brother, if anyone gets tattoos, I don't care, bro. Yeah, as long as I don't get it, I don't give it.
This is the thing, bro. Like for me, some tattoos are just too much. You feel me, right? Like you get like maybe 1 or 2 tattoos. I'm like, alright, cool. But when you have like tattoos, 95% of your body, no, man. No,
Hey,
that is
Omar,
crazy.
yeah, by the way, I agree with you. But then again, Omar, it's again, anything in general, it's their choice. As long as you don't force on me, I don't give a shit.
No, trust me, I am not judging, man. I'm just saying that's not my
Yeah,
preference.
no. Because
Personally,
by
man.
the way, there's two extremes, and by the way, in our culture, forcing things also is also not right.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you now. No. So here's the thing, bro. Preference is different from forcing people. You feel me, right? If you
Oh
try to
yeah.
force
I know.
someone
Yeah,
in your
preference. I
belief
know.
system,
I'm just
see,
telling you
I'm
because
not gonna
people
be.
do things
I'm not
different.
gonna force anyone to believe. I'm just saying that's me, right? You don't have to like my opinion, but it is what it is. But
Oh yeah.
I mean, look,
No. I'm telling you because people do too much in general. This is a message for
yeah,
a
for
lot of
sure.
the people. In general. Yeah.
But yeah, this is actually a very, very good one. Apparently, you guys have also been linked to Nico Williams, but Barcola has been linked to Liverpool as well. Now, Barcola is actually someone that I would say last season you guys were very, very much interested in. Like, I don't know if you guys specifically, but I know your club were probably very interested in him, right? Is that
With who?
Amber as well?
Barcola.
Yeah, I hear. That's not me, is
Wait.
it?
Yes. Yes, he's
Yeah,
talking about Barcola.
Barcola, company, and what's his name? Was Herbalium. We went to
Yeah.
PSG Marseille to look at Barcola. I think they were looking at him and Henrique at one stage.
Interesting. I mean, look, I mean, yeah. So it's very, very. I mean, when you look at it that way, it's very interesting. I'll be honest, right? So losing Leroy Sané is one of the people that you wanted gone. And let's be honest, right? After what we saw in the Champions League at the end of last season, bro, even in like the Nations League, bro, good Lord Almighty, man, I don't even know how he got called. Like, bro, what did he do to get called up? I don't even know why he even got called up, man.
Well,
Made
it's
no
just
sense.
name. It's just name, and his stats in the Bundesliga saved him. I'll be honest. His
But what
Bundesliga
what was his
stats.
stats? What was his stats? Did he
What
did
was
he have
his
good
stats
stats?
like? I think he had like double-digit goal and assists this season. He had
Hold
like
on.
what, like
What? Wait. You
he
what do you
scumbagged his way to double-digit goal and assist. Yes, or goals specifically.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna search this now because I don't believe this, man. What? Leroy Sané. Leroy. Where's Leroy? Leroy Sané. Yeah. So 11 goals, 5 assists in 17
Yeah,
starts and
sorry, yeah,
30 games.
goals.
Crazy.
I stand to be corrected.
Wow. Just wow. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, listen. I was about to say something. Now, I'm gonna bring this actually because we're talking about Bayern Munich now. I'm gonna talk about Barcelona a little bit, right, Zeer? Now, I don't know if you've been seeing the whole Ter Stegen thing that's been happening recently, right? Have you been seeing it? Because I've been talking about it on my channel recently, right? So, just to elaborate, now Barcelona just signed a new goalkeeper, Joan Garcia, right? He's our new keeper now, right? And around the tail end of last season, it turned out like Hansi Flick and Ter Stegen might have had a little bit of a falling out, right? And from what I'm hearing, because I think when we lost to Villarreal, right, in the league after the game after we won, I think it was this game after we won the league in Espanol. We played Villarreal in the weekend and we lost the game, I think 3-2. And basically, the way Ter Stegen kind of reacted after the game, it did. Hansi Flick didn't like it, and he actually complained to the president. I think during the celebration. You understand what I mean, right?
Shit.
He was not happy at all, right? And because of this, Barcelona now have signed a new keeper, and looks like Ter Stegen, Barca trying to find a way out for him, right? Now, the first thing I heard was we're apparently going to terminate his contract, just buy out his contract and let him go on a free. And basically, Ter Stegen is not interested in that because he wants to stay in the team. But he also wants to be the Barca's number one, and Barca don't want him to be the number one after last season, right? That was a
Well,
no-brainer,
he's not
right?
good enough to be number one.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And as a result, now it seems like there's a tension now in the club between Ter Stegen and the club, and now it's gone to a point now where this could turn into a civil war at Barcelona, right? Because I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, what do you guys think of like this whole Ter Stegen thing? Why
What
what
contract is he on? Like wage wise?
he's with us, I think, until 2027, I think, or 2028.
2027. Okay, so he's still got a good amount of time left. Do you know how much
Yeah,
wages he's on?
he's one of our higher wage players. He's one of our highest.
So you do
Yeah.
want to. You can't just let him sit there, and you do need to.
I
get
mean,
rid
no,
of him.
but also, I don't think he is interested. I think he genuinely believes that next season he should start, and I think the fans, the club, all of them want him to leave. You feel me?
So say Barca hold all of the cards because it were World Cup.
Yes, World Cup year, and if he benches, he could miss the World Cup. I mean, that's a good point. Could he miss out on the World Cup if he doesn't start? So it's a lose situation for him, because I think Barcelona getting in Joan Garcia have basically, because Flick, I think, has made up his mind about him, right? He doesn't trust him for next season, right? So for the sake of his career, he needs to go, but he's basically making things as difficult as it is. I don't know what's going on. Apparently now they're saying that he's basically I think his agent or like the people around him are basically blaming the club because they're saying it's a witch hunt and all this stuff. I'm like, bro, first of all, you weren't good enough. Last season, before you got injured, the fans wanted you out. Most of the fans wanted you out. I wasn't one of them, but I know most of the fans wanted him gone, right? He got injured, came back from injury, right? And literally from his first game coming back from injury, he just made mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. Even in the Nations League, right? In the game against Portugal, he made a great save from Ronaldo. But I'm very honest, I think he could have done better in the goals that he conceded, like that first goal, right? His reaction in the game against France. In the game against France, I think he actually had a great game against France. That's the game where I think he definitely turned up, right? Because your defense was really sleeping. Like the German defense was sleeping in that game. You understand what I mean? Right? He actually cooked, but still, I just don't think he's it anymore. Now, what do you guys think when you guys hear like this whole thing with Ter Stegen, what he's doing right now, and the tension that he was trying to bring into the club?
Not his place to speak. Not his place to speak, bro. That's it. Like, if you are actually performing, okay, but you're not performing, bro, and you just came back from a big injury. Like eventually they were gonna have to move him on. Like, if I'm Ter Stegen,
no, he left again. As soon as he tried to make his point.
Yeah, just when he tries to make his point. But yeah, but Liam, you start since Zeer is lagging right now. We'll wait for him to fix up. What do you think of like this whole Ter Stegen thing? And imagine this was like a Bayern and let's say Neuer, right, was struggling for the past few seasons, right? And you go and get a new goalkeeper, right? And this is one of the best goalkeepers in Germany, right? Who you want to start. And he's now holding the club to ransom because he's been the number one for so many years and expects to still be number one. Like, what do you think? Like, how would you react to this? And what is your honest opinion about this whole situation?
Yeah, well, I'll use a different term because Neuer's one of the greatest goalkeepers in the world.
No, of course, but he's not the same guy. You feel me?
No, of course not. Of course not. I agree. No, I agree. He's definitely not. He's definitely more finished than he is in his prime, 100%. But at the same time, like with Ter Stegen, of course he wants to stay. If he stays at Barca, I can't stand Barca, but I'm not stupid to the point where I could say that you aren't one of the biggest clubs in the world. You are.
Yeah.
You're one of the biggest clubs in the world. If he stays with you and performs, then he guarantees his spot in the Germany team.
Mm-hmm.
What other club is he going to go to? Unless he goes to Saudi, he's not making the money he's on now, because no one's paying those massive wages that he's on. So he's going to want to stay. Of course, he's going to want to stay. Now, you signing a goalkeeper maybe in his head, maybe throwing him under the bus. But I agree with you. He's terrible. There's a reason he's called the statue, and that's not for hating reasons.
Oh, exactly.
He's terrible.
Exactly.
You back, Zeer?
I think he's back. Go ahead, Zeer. You're muted.
Muted, mate.
Fix it.
Can't be fucking bothered to speak. I'm tired. He needs to go to the
Don't worry,
Bundesliga.
man. We'll be finishing in 5. By the way, Liam, aren't you said you're going live later on, right? In like 15 minutes,
Yeah,
but I'm going to be closing out in like 5 minutes. So
yeah, no worries, man.
Okay. I'll just raid you just in case. So when I raid you, you can just start after I raid you. All right, go ahead.
Nah, just
Zeer.
he needs to go Bundesliga, man. Like it's not his place to.
Where is
So
he going to go though? Not
Where's he
to
gonna
go
go?
against your point. Okay, fine, but where?
back to Gladbach where he started. Done.
Who is Gladbach's keeper?
Who's their goalkeeper?
Bro, they don't
They
have
a goalkeeper?
they ain't really got a keeper like that, bro. Let's be
Let me have a look. No, I'm not going to disagree because they had Summer, didn't they? And we bought him. Who have they got?
they ain't got bro.
They got
No,
someone
I mean,
called.
you know what the funny thing is? Because I
They've got
thought,
a Swiss
I'll be
keeper.
honest. Who?
Who were those? The Swiss
Yeah,
keeper.
who?
I don't know how to say it. Onis Omen.
Omen,
Oh,
okay.
no.
I mean, Catalan is saying that. Oh yeah, what's his name? Retired.
Oh, Muslera. So maybe he can go back.
Muslera
Yeah, go
retired.
there. Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
Muslera. Yeah.
yeah, that's an option. And also, right, I thought that with everything that was happening with what's his name? What's his name again? Magnan, right, at AC Milan, right? Because he looked like he was going to go to Chelsea, but apparently the deal now has collapsed, right?
Yeah.
But I thought when he left, I thought Ter Stegen might potentially even move to Serie A, right? Go to AC Milan, right? Try to see if he can do something there. But we'll see what happens. But in my eyes, the way I look at it is, I don't understand why he's doing all this, because at the end of the day, this is part of football, man. You understand what I mean, right? Yes, goalkeepers are usually number ones. They have number ones and number twos. But here's the thing, bro. We've clearly signed this goalkeeper to be our number one. You understand what I mean? This wasn't a guy who
How old is
was
he? The new keeper.
24.
Yeah, so he's not going to want to sit on the bench. He's not young.
That is the point. Bro, this guy, I know you guys don't know, but I want you to understand. This guy was playing for a club that was challenging for relegation. They won their last game 2-0 to stay in the league. Guess what? He won the man of the match. Do you understand what I mean, right? That's how good he was. If you go back and you watch the Barca Espanyol games, he cooked in all of the games. Even though we beat them both times, he was cooking in both games. You understand what I mean, right? He is the reason why we didn't smack them up in all of the games. They beat Real Madrid in the league. That game where they beat them 1-0, I was watching it. This goalkeeper was performing miracles, bro. I'm not even kidding. The amount of saves that this man was making in that game, I was just in there like, yo! Like, it was insane. And they won that game 1-0, all because of him, right? So this guy clearly is a goalkeeper on the up and up. So he's always going to come in and replace the next goalkeeper. He's a goalkeeper that should be a number one wherever he goes right now. He's at that trajectory right now. And the problem with Ter Stegen is his trajectory has been going down for a long time now. It has been. It's the truth. I'm sorry, but it is. So him doing all of this, it makes no sense. And I hope that at the end of the day, we'll find a way to resolve this and he can leave, man. Honestly, for me, he can leave. But
do you see it from my point of view, though, in the fact that, like, I'm not defending him. I can't stand him. I think he's rubbish as well. But, like, if he goes anywhere else, Omar, he's not getting that money that he's getting. And he's not guaranteed to start unless he is literally performing top notch. Let's say he goes back to what Zeer said. He goes back to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Unless he is top tier, he is not getting in that Germany team. It's just not happening. You know? Because what if Nubel goes to a different club? Because this is the
point. And this is what I mean. At the end of the day, he's gonna have to make a choice. You understand what I mean? He's gonna have to make a choice, and he's gonna have to make that choice soon because this is a World Cup year, unfortunately for him. He can't just sit back and just expect, just sit on the bench and just say, listen, I'll wait it out. No, you can do that if you want, but guess what? The club are gonna be like, okay, well, no problem, because Joan Garcia is trying to get into the Spanish national team number one.
Yeah,
he wants to be the number one for the World Cup, right? So you sitting there and wasting your time, that's on you. The club are going to do what they have to do. You can't sit there and say, the club have been treating you unfairly. Listen, we give you a way out. You wanted to stay. We made it very clear when we signed this goalkeeper that we are moving on from you. You understand what I mean? And him doing whatever he's doing, hey, listen, that is on him for sure, man.
No, I agree.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. But listen, Zeer, let the people know what is coming up on your channel soon, man.
As of right, I need to do a prediction stream on Club World Cup, and then I got watching that and the Saudi games coming up. That's it. Hello?
I know why you muted, brother.
It's because my mic just went out again.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the hell happened there. But hey,
Oh.
listen. Before we actually move on, I actually do want to talk about the Club World Cup before we close out, because I know, Liam, you're supposed to go live in 9 minutes, so I'm just trying to.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's fine. It's enough.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Club World Cup, because I almost forgot about that right now. Club World Cup starts this, bro. It starts in a few days, right?
Sunday.
Your Saturday.
Yeah.
On my Saturday?
Yeah.
On our Saturday, yeah. So it starts like Sunday midnight, bro. This shows you how crazy the World Cup is gonna be next year. A lot of you guys are gonna be staying up all night watching the World Cup games.
No, I'm
That's
used
what
to
I
it.
was saying, bro. That's what I was saying. That's why I didn't want it to be in America, bro. It's dumb.
Yeah, hey, listen, man.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
gonna lie.
but I'm
I'm
used to
American.
it. So
I'm
used
American, but I'll tell you now, I'm not that buzzed about this World Cup. Trust me, man. With the way, first of all, my national team has been shit, right? Under Pochettino, and not to mention, bro, we don't have good stadiums. Our stadiums, the pitches look hella terrible. Like, it's just stupid, man. It's just stupid. Anyways, but yeah, listen, let's talk about the Club World Cup, specifically Bayern Munich. You guys are in Group C, right? With Auckland City, Benfica, and Boca Juniors. Now, on paper, that should be a full 9 points, right? Let's be real, right? Right? I mean, no. I'm saying on paper, and that's why I'm not saying it's gonna happen that way. However,
I guess if you're a casual fan, yeah.
No. So because here's the thing, Liam. You know me because I watch a lot of football.
No,
I watch
not you
other
as a
leagues.
casual fan, but like a casual fan would think 9 points.
Yes. So 9
not
points.
you.
So I'm gonna say this now.
Yeah. Go on.
I think the team who could give you the most trouble in this group will potentially be the team you play first. Or who you play for? No, actually, you're playing.
Auckland. No, that is this one.
I meant Boca Juniors right now. I think Boca Juniors would potentially be your toughest challenge, because this is the thing. They're South Americans, and these South American teams, you can never sleep on them. They have a very good team. They have guys like Romero in goal. They have players like Sarachi, the Uruguayan fullback. Marcos Rojo is in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have like Montes, all of these guys in their team. They have a very, very good squad.
They have Edinson Cavani too.
And then, thank you, Edinson Cavani, right? They have a very good team. And let's be honest, South Americans, man, this Argentina, like this World Cup is a big opportunity for a lot of these South American players to really show out for European clubs. Exactly. You understand what I mean, right? And that's what I think. That's one good thing I'm looking forward to in the World Cup. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of players shine. Like you know how the World Cup usually the national team World Cups always like has that superstar, like that player who just gets a big move after the World Cup. I think we're gonna see that in this Club World Cup. We're gonna see one player or a few players. In fact, now I see, because this is a big World Cup, I see a few players having big moves in the summer, right? Because of this World Cup. But obviously you have Benfica and Auckland City. Now, I don't know much about this Auckland City. I think they're Australian. Are they Australian?
New Zealand.
Is it New Zealand? Is that? I thought it was Australia.
Yeah, listen. If they're as bad as the New Zealand national team, they're gonna be the whipping boys in this group. They're gonna be the whipping boys in this group if they're just as bad. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Like I mentioned, I think Boca Juniors will be your toughest opponents. You guys play Benfica in the league. Now, Benfica haven't been good, right? Nassr will be the first one to tell you that. They under this Bruno Lage guy, Jesus, like he has been a bum, right? He bottled the league, he bottled the cup, the Portuguese cup, right?
Now tell me about it.
Like it's ridiculous, right? So I don't think they're gonna give you that much of a problem. But this is the problem with you guys, Liam, right, and Zeer. You guys are not even you're not really playing at your best either. You have this tendency to just switch off. You understand what I mean? Right? And even though I think you guys will get out of this group, I look at who you guys could potentially play in the round of 16 or round of 32 or whatever they're playing, right?
16.
You could potentially play Flamengo or Chelsea.
Yeah.
And that is gonna be a tough game. Right? How far do you guys think you're gonna go in the World Cup?
Semi-finals for me.
Semi-finals for you? Well,
yeah, but
why do you believe?
I did a video on it. I did it with Zeer. I've already done my predictions and everything. I think Real Madrid knock us out. I think Al Hilal go top of the group. I think Real Madrid. I don't think that all of these players are going to click. I could be wrong.
Wait. Whoa. So I'm looking at the how your run could potentially go, right? So let's say you guys finish top of this group, which you should, right? Let's say you finish top, you could potentially play Flamengo or Chelsea in the next round, right?
Yeah.
Which, listen, if you guys don't play to your best, you should be able to beat Flamengo. But Flamengo are one of the best teams in Brazil, right? So they're gonna be tough if you underestimate them, right? They could shock you if you underestimate them. But if you go past them, you could potentially play Porto, Atletico, or Inter Miami, which on paper maybe you guys should win, right? Or unless you play
Give me Inter
Atletico.
Miami. Let's slap them
Atletico.
again.
Yeah, if it's Atletico Madrid, right? Let's be honest, Simeone, that's gonna be tough. But
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you quarterfinals, bro.
Semi-
see us with Atleti.
So semi-finals.
We would get semi-final of Real Madrid if Al Hilal, my prediction's right now, Al Hilal top the group. We would.
Well, I don't know if Al Hilal.
Or City. You could play City as well in that side.
But City would be on Real Madrid's side, so you get Real Madrid City, and then it would be Bayern Real Madrid.
So you genuinely believe semi-finals? I'm not gonna lie. I need to see how you guys are gonna do if you guys play a Flamengo, because Flamengo are one of those teams who, if anyone sleeps on them, they're gonna shock a lot of teams. I can see them doing it. You understand what I mean, right?
By then, Jamal Musiala and Upper will be back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, your player should be back. But you know what the problem with you've seen how Bayern played this season, right? They have this tendency to turn it up, but also turn it off. You understand what I mean, right? So if you guys go to the round of 16 and you have an off day, I could see these guys shocking you. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I don't disagree. I do think that Olise will turn up. I think he's going to be the star of the whole club, in my opinion.
All right. So you think semifinals bare minimum for you?
If obviously
if you play to your best. If you play to your best, okay.
Yeah. Like Harry Kane realistically should be scored against every team that's in this competition.
Harry Kane should cook. I'm not gonna lie. Especially in that first game against Auckland City. I mean, I'm not one to underestimate. I'm just saying, if they're a New Zealand team,
if we do overestimate, then this is the thing. They're 1 game legs. There's 1 game, so
it's just 1 game.
3 games to go through.
Yep.
You know, so yeah, we can't. If we mess around, then 100%, and that's why I think Real Madrid get second in their group. I think Real Madrid go
against Al Hilal. You think Al Hilal might beat them?
I think Al Hilal could get something from that.
Oh, I need that to happen, man. You don't understand, man.
Personally,
no, I need that to happen. But if that happens, man, I will be the most shameless man on YouTube. You don't understand. Me and Zeer, I'm going to do a full stream with Zeer, 24 hours, just cooking Real Madrid. I'm not even going to lie. And you know Zeer, Zeer will never, ever, like Chris Jericho would say, he would ever let this go, bro. Every time he sees that fraud, anytime is on site. Anytime, bro. Anytime this guy ever tries to talk about Bayern Munich, he'll be like, hey, remember Al Hilal, man. Just remember, we battered you in the Club World Cup. Don't talk to us, okay? You couldn't even beat Al Hilal. Don't even talk about it. No, I need to do that, man. No, you don't understand. Anytime he tries to hype up his team, I'll just remind him, you couldn't beat Al Hilal, man. Pipe down. You understand what I mean? Pipe down. But Zeer has been gone for a while. I was gonna ask him where he thinks the team is gonna finish. But Liam, if you have to go, you can go. I'm gonna read. I've already put the redirect, so you should. After this show is over, you can go straight to him. But
cool.
Yeah, man, make sure you guys after this you go to. I don't know where Zeer has went to, man. Damn it, man. He says he's biased AF. Who are you talking about? Jester, who are you talking about? Anyways, but yeah, listen. Yeah, but I mean, look, I think
what do you see happening? Because you're not in it, and that wasn't a dig. I'm saying.
No. I see what you mean. Okay, so in my own biased opinion, I think that in your group, I think you will potentially. I can see you guys, if you're serious, getting 9 points, 100%. Right? I'm not saying you're gonna walk through the group, right? I think that Boca Juniors game, I can see it being very tough, but I can see you guys winning that. I see you guys beating Benfica. I see you guys battering that Auckland City. That game against Auckland, I can see you guys giving them like a 7 or 8 if you guys are serious, right? And round of 16 against Flamengo, if you guys play to your best, I can see you doing like a 2-1 on that, like a 2-1 or something. You feel me, right? Something like that, right? And that means then if you play the winners of Group A, if things go well, but if the winners of Group A could lose to the winners of the runners-up of Group B, because the runners-up could potentially be PSG or Atletico Madrid. It's more likely going to be Atletico Madrid. Now, if Atletico Madrid play you guys in the quarterfinals, now that is where I think it's going to be very interesting, because it's going to be different styles of play. So it's going to be the style of play of what's his name? Simeone, who's going to be defensive, right? Putrid, nasty, disgusting style of football. Loop it up to Alexander Soloth, right? And with the way sometimes your defense be sleeping, especially in physical battles, I can see you guys having problems in that game, right? But if you guys are serious, I can see that. I'm not gonna lie. I can see that game going to pens. I can see that game even going to pens. I can see them just stinking it out, just being like a 1-1 and just being stinky and going to penalties. And maybe you guys, Neuer just having a great penalty shootout. And if you go to the semifinals and you play Real Madrid or Real Madrid or Manchester City, I think that's where it's gonna end for you guys. I can see you guys losing to potential. I mean, I'm saying that about Pep. The reason I'm believing in Pep is because Pep has bought some new players, right? So I'm just thinking, well, they've got a lot of talented players, but we'll see what happens, right? But we'll see. No, it's going to be very interesting. I can see you guys doing a quarterfinals at least. You understand what I mean?
I think it will be quarterfinals. I don't think
that's what I'm saying. I can see you guys going quarterfinals at least, right? If you guys really take this tournament seriously, no slip-ups, no up and downs in form and none of this, so quarterfinals at least. But Zeer, I was just talking about Al Hilal was in Madrid, because I was like, listen, you don't understand, brother. I just need it, bro. I don't care what you guys do for the rest of the Club World Cup. I just need you to come back and win against Real Madrid. Because if you do that, wallahi, if you do that, bro, I will never let that brother rest. Me and you, bro, we will never let that brother rest. He will never rest, bro.
Well, you think, bro, I already got clips prepared in my stream.
You don't understand, bro. I am ready. I need to see that, bro. We need that. But
hey, by the way, you guys need to stay tuned. That preview is happening, by the way.
Okay, no problem. I will be there. I will be there to watch. But Zeer, I want to ask your opinion on the Bayern Munich thing. So, how well do you think Bayern Munich are going to do in this Club World Cup?
Bayern, I said quarters.
Yeah. Quarterfinals? Okay.
Quarterfinals and bye-bye.
Yeah, so you think you're going to play like Atletico?
More like, wait, could we play Inter Milan?
No.
Yeah, okay, yeah, then
you could potentially play. The toughest team you could play in the quarterfinals is PSG. And if you
but that's if they finish. But after if they finish,
if they finish second, that's what I'm saying. The toughest team you could play is PSG, right? Botafogo is one of those things, but Botafogo, I don't think they're in a group with Atletico and PSG. I think they're going to finish third. Porto is in that side. Inter Miami are in that side. You meant to say Inter Miami, right?
So it's like
Inter Miami, trust me, you're gonna batter Inter Miami. I'm telling you right now. Inter Miami is just Messi and just 10 other players.
Yeah, I know. But the reason why, because I think Atletico Madrid would beat Inter Miami, but
exactly. That's why I said Inter Miami to play. If you guys play Inter, that's why I said you guys are gonna play Atletico Madrid, because I think if Inter Miami play Atletico in the round of 16, Atletico is gonna win. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So you think quarterfinals tops?
I think quarterfinals. That's it. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, guys, this is gonna be the end, guys. I'm gonna be closing out. Liam, let the people know what they are. I'm gonna be rating you next. Tell them the people what's coming up on your channel, man.
No, 100. Thank you for having me as always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Just daily streams as long as StreamYard doesn't go down again. Was trying to do streams earlier and I couldn't because it was down. But yeah, daily Bayern news every single day. We'll be doing previews, live streams, player ratings, everything to do with Bayern. It will be on the Bayern View.
All right, man. Listen, make sure you guys go subscribe to Bayern View, guys. I'm about to redirect to him right now. Pick up to every single one of you guys who has been watching this stream, guys. This has been another episode of the FCB show, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to my guy Zeer. Big up to my guy Liam every single time. And listen, man, another episode of the FCB show wrapped up like a zubi, like troops would say. Hey, big up, man.
Nice.
Listen, I know, I stink. But yeah, big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until we see you next week, Thursday, on another FCB show. Big up to you guys, and peace, you guys. Take care.